Samueli. Who am I? Kò tó gbọ́ pọ́lọ̀ gan pé ẹ̀mẹ́ta ni. So who am I? So, Samuel Ajoba. So carbon brush 1 and carbon brush 2. Then, if this is now AC, let's assume this is AC. Then, if it is AC, then this will be split ring 1, slip ring 1 and slip ring 2. Are you following? Let me now label this A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. This is my galvanometer. What's the purpose of galvanometer? To help me to detect the currents. Now, I'm going to have an axle. Just like that, like something I want to, if we had done electric motor, if you have learnt it, you would have understood what I'm explaining here. So, for this axle, I want to rotate it. I want to wind it. Why am I trying to wind it? So that, you know, from what I just showed you, I said that thing must be cutting through the field. It must be rotating. So I want this guy, this coil that I've placed, to be cutting through the field. For now, it's like he's sleeping. It's not cutting through the field. So if I rotate it, what will it do? It will be cutting through that field, Abby, and it will be going around. So if this is the field, it will be, as I'm closing, I don't know what to use as an imaginary thing. But you should understand what I'm saying. So as the field is like running like this, and you are trying to rotate this thing, so it keeps. This is the field. You don't see the field. That's why when I gave you the definition of the field then, I told you that it is an imaginary line, Sabi. So I place a magnet, the imaginary line runs. Then this is an imaginary line that is running. Then this is my coil of wire that is placed like this. Now, according to Faraday, before there can be current flow in this wire, this guy must cut through the field so that there will be flux entering a particular area, Abi. But here now, it's not entering any area, it's just going. So it has no interaction with the coil at all. It's just like this fan rotating, then I throw something across the fan like this. There's no interaction with the fan. But if the fan is rotating and I throw it like this, that means the fan can hit it, Abi. So as this field is going, there's no interaction. But when I start turning this thing this way, you can see that it's facing it. So there's no way it's not interacting with it now. If I do like this, it's no longer interacting. By the time I get here again, it's interacting. Do you get that? When I do like this, it's no longer interacting. So I keep turning the coil. So the coil is like this now. The field is like this. Sure you get? Then by the time I find a way to turn the coil like this, what's happening? It is blocking the field now, Abi. So all this field can enter now. Show to you? Yes. So now, my Lord, you have, if it is now AC we are talking about, then you have slip ring. That's the only thing that differentiates them. So they can ask you a question on that anytime. It's a common question. So, and be careful of the English they use. Another thing is now an axle. What helps you to rotate the coil? The axle. The next thing is probably your galvanometer to detect the currents. So joining all of these things together, what's the purpose? So the mechanism is that is what we have said here. So you want to use mechanical motion now, rotating. You want to use it to generate electricity. This thing is not deflecting yet because no current is flowing, because it's just sleeping. But by the time you start cutting through it, current will start flowing. So how do I know the direction in which current will flow? Then we start our Fleming's. So let's determine current direction. You'll be shaking your head. Yeah. You cannot be tired. Really? You are just starting. You are just starting. I feel for you. I pity you. Sometimes when I'm walking and I see secondary school, primary school students, I pity them. I look at them and be like, say, what's your shame? When I was seeing Fikayo reading 2-letter words, O and on, I and in, I was like, hey, I'm my church and better. You now move to 3-letter words. You now move to O-N-E, 1, T-W, 2. Look at the boy as if they are, he's already acting as if they are frustrating his life. There was a boy before him. That one did not even say anything. I just did not post that one. Just get down my help me. Tí ó mọ̀ pé CCIQ tó àwọn wájú. All of you now, you are doing ordinary AC circuit. You are doing like àyìn olọ́mú medicine. Wàá fẹ́ la. So, but don't be scared. Everything is journey. The funniest thing is that there is nobody that will not pay the price. Either you go to school or you did not go to school. And they used to say that if you say that education is expensive, go and try ignorance. Then you will know that ignorance is very, very costly. It's expensive. So the best you can do for yourself as human, sincerely, is to get quality, not just education. Some of you just used to feel like just go to school, just go to school. So the best you can do for yourself is get quality education. That's when you will enjoy your life. That's when you get to a stage in the future. You too, you will not be looking at people and you be like, you will get to that stage and you will see. You just be surprised. How are you thinking? Like how are you using your brain? But education will tell the difference. So work hard. Work hard. It's not easy. A whole lot of you started tailoring. I don't know if tailoring was easy for you. Was it that easy? Ṣé customer ti nù ẹ́ rí? It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Àti rí yín tailor ẹ ṣe. But the most important thing you all need to know is that nothing is easy in life. Education is difficult, but at a stage, you will know that education is very easy compared to struggles of life. Struggles of life, yẹn gangan ló fi máa mọ̀ pé yes, ayé wà. So, current direction. So please take your time, learn it. I know we have talked about right hand grip rule, Fleming's left hand rule, Maxwell corkscrew rule. Now we are saying we are going to use Fleming's right hand rule. Then marvelous said, don't be marveled. You are going to do it. So let's go on. So in order to know current direction, we are going to use Fleming's right hand rule. We are going to use Fleming's right hand rule. Just like the same way we used our Fleming's left hand rule. Now we are using Fleming's right hand rule. You remember our Fleming's left hand rule. So now this will be your what now? Your force, Abi, which is the motion. That means as I'm going to be doing this thing, rotating it, it's going to move up, come down, move up again, come down. So it has to keep going like that, like you are rotating this thing. So what shows how it will be moving is your thumb. What shows the direction of the field is this finger. Then this shows the direction of the what? The currents, how the current will move. So here now, there's no battery. So you don't expect current to flow, just the same way here. And if you are in the first time, if you are in the class for the first time, don't feel like heaven is going to fall or your life is in disarray. Don't feel like that. Most of these things I'm saying, even to some of you, it will look magical. It will look like sincerely, it's always like that. And that's why I used to encourage the day is coming that you too, you will see these things and you even teach it to people and it will not mean anything to you again. We have had a lot of people came here and they told you that, oh, when they came to Primax, they never knew anything. They were empty. And with time, they became better. So take your time. Learn. Consistency. There was a time that all these things too, I did not even know it before I gained admission. I did not know the difference. There was a time that one of the men I used to be close to, my teachers then, the man is very old. So I'll go and meet him and he will tell me to select all the questions from AC circuit to current electricity and sort them out for him. When I'm sorting them, I will just pack all the one for electricity and AC. I don't know the difference. I'll just pack it and give him. And he will look at me and be like, oh, team or yato, no. That I do not know the difference. I say, Shebi not shan yawaya. So, but these days now, I can talk about these things now differently. If I say a question, I already know this one is on AC circuit. If I say a question, I already know this one is on current electricity. So it's with time. So because I can see some of you looking like there's rope on your neck. Don't die yet. There's hope for the living. If you are dead, you are gone. And you are gone for life. And you might not make heaven. That's the So please, if you are feeling down, like you are trying, you don't know this thing, be encouraged. Keep pushing, keep trying. It does not matter where you came from, your background. It does not matter. Please keep pushing. Like 2-3 years ago, a girl killed herself in Lagos. She had 170 something. And she killed, I think even news carried one last year. And they later rescheduled the girl, but the girl had killed herself already or something. Now, did they arrest the JAMB registrar? Did they arrest education minister? Did they arrest Odio Nibotela Timora? So please, but do you all know the girl now? You can't know the girl. And her hope is gone. Everything is gone for her already. That's the fact. It's not easy. Sincerely, it's not easy. We know what you are going through. Depression is real, yes. But try to talk yourself out of it. Or look for friends that can help you. Please. It's real. Don't kill yourself for physics sake. Physics might not even be your way. So please understand that. At least, when my brother did his own post-UTME, I think I traveled to Ife then, and he had almost the lowest score in his post-UTME. Then he had like 14, and red no you wrote it with red, not eligible for admission. Immediately you score anything below 25 when they add it to your O level. Even if you like score 400 over 400 in JAMB, you score below 25 in post-UTME and O level, they will write not eligible for admission. If you do that in UI too, below 50, even if you like score 400 over 400 in JAMB, they will write not eligible for admission. And there's nobody who can rest over that. But these people went around and said, I scored above 300, I scored this and that, I will kill myself. When my brother saw his own, I checked for him in Ife. I traveled there, and I checked, and I saw that he scored 14 or 15. And we talked. I said, you go again. And he said himself that he scored 14. He said that this next year is going to be the overall highest. He's going to do well. He made all those talk and all of those things. I never believed it too, because I know the journey was rough. I know you pursue UTME. And he kept on preparing again. The following year, he had the overall highest in the whole of OAU. Highest score over 40 then was 36. He had 36 with one other boy. Both of them had 36, 36. That was, nobody had above 36. After them was 35. Motilayo also had 35 that year. So that was the overall highest. Now imagine, because of the 14 he scored the previous year. So the way you approach your problems matter. Now is in 300 level medicine now. It's as simple as it is. So when you face your challenges, declare, speak out that you are going to overcome those challenges. You are going to get better. So don't be down because of anything. And all these things I'm saying might look difficult, but your consistency, your effort in knowing it will eventually, even by the time you know it, there's this joy that used to come, that by the time you get it eventually, that joy will come, that yes, I now know this thing. It has happened to me before. So it's not new. So using Fleming's right hand rule, you are going to hold your fingers mutually perpendicular, just like the way I'm holding it like this. This one points out, this one points this way, then this one points down. So they are going to be perpendicular at 90 degrees to each other or to one another. So you can see what I'm doing. Thumbs up, this finger forward, then this down. I'm using right hand. You want no left hand, don't you? You want no left hand? No, tomorrow you are on right hand. I will call Fikayo to come and teach you. Right, where's your right hand? You can tell me hand. So this is your right hand. Then you hold it like this. Maybe because of the way you are sitting. This way, this way, this way, this way. Is that clear? So now after you have done that, you now come here. We want to rotate it this way, meaning that B and A, I want it to go up. I want B and A to go up. So let me say that is the force. If it's coming outside, you know what that means. That's why I put dots. We have started for a long time. The dot means it's coming outside. Cross means is what? So meaning that the way I'm rotating this thing is that this coil is going this way now. Shall get? Then it will be flipping, rotating. So B and A will come here. Abi, C and D will also go there. B and A will come. C and D will come again. B and A will go. Then it will be rotating. Do you get the imagination? So now, this represents your force. This represents your field. So after holding your hand, you will point this finger in the direction of the field. So that's from north to south. Then where's my thumb pointing to? This way, Abi. So you can see that the force is pointing this way now, on this side. Meaning that the force is this way. Where's my finger pointing to? This one. Up. That means the current is going upward in the wire. Oh yeah, do your own. This finger is what? This way. Ní ibo lọ́wọ́ ẹ wà ìwọ́wọ́ ẹ bó ṣe rí? Ní ibo lọ́wọ́ ẹ wà ìwọ́wọ́ ẹ bó ṣe rí? Ṣé bọ́wọ́ ẹ ṣe rí ló ṣe máa rí ṣe? Let me see your fingers. Ìbíwájú lẹ́yìn wà like this, like this. So now this is field. First answer. Ṣébi tó lọ nìyẹn from north to south. This is supplying currents. If you did the electric motor assignment I gave you, ó yẹ kó yẹ. Now there's no battery, but I want to rotate the coil so that the coil will cut through the field so that there will be flux. And as much as there is flux, there will be an induced EMF. And that induced EMF will give what we call the induced current. So, in what direction will that current go is given by Fleming's right-hand rule. Your thumb is going to point, if you hold the three fingers mutually perpendicular, your thumb will point in the direction of the force or the motion. This finger, your forefinger, is going to point in the direction of the field, while your middle finger or the second finger, so to say, is going to point in the direction of the current. And at the end of the day, you are going to have this way. On this side, the force is coming out because you are rotating it outside, while this one is going inside. Abi? So force is going to be out, field is going to be in this direction, then this is how you place your hand, because you want to make it like this. Arrow here, this arrow dot means is coming out of the board. Abi? That's what we have been talking about this one. So it's coming outside, then the field is going this way, then this guy will point upward. And pointing upward means the current is going up. Show ye, show pamo. On this other side now, is going inside, Abi. Then the field is going this way, then the current is going down. Please, is that okay? Is that okay? So at the end of the day, how is the current going to go? So the current will now go down this way, then this guy will now deflect towards the right, Abi, and the current will continue. That's the first stage. So the current will go from A to B to C to D to E to F to G to H. Primary school. So after that flex flip, what's the time, sure? The battery charge got 148. So I will soon be rounding up. So after that first stage, B and A will now be here. C and D will now be here. But something will happen. This guy, S2 and S1, they will also flip. And by the time they flip, it's a problem. It's not a problem for the sake of electricity. What went through E, F, G, H will now go through H, G, F, E. So it will now be as if something that went through E, F, G, H was like this. Something that going through H, G, F, E will be like this. It's alternate. And that's why we call it alternator, AC. But we have to draw that out, so you now show it. So let me quickly draw that out so that Mr. Felix can call me. So everybody, so determine the direction of the current here and compare it to this. We are still rotating because you continue rotating, so it's not like you stopped. You have done the first rotation now, so it has flipped. So you want to continue rotating, so you will now rotate such that C and D will come back here again, abi, and B and A will go there again, and you continue rotating like that. You rotated it the first time so that B and A left their position, they flipped over here, then you have them there, shebi. And but one thing is that this guy and this guy also flipped due to the presence of slip ring, so they flipped. So when this one has been flipped and you still continue to rotate, that means the force will still be outward, the force will be inward here. So yeah, in what direction do you think the current will go? Around here it will be up, abi, and here it will be down, and at the end it will go through this, then flip this guy, then go through this. Do you get? But at the end, what are you now noticing? To F to, just take this side alone, that's where you are concerned about. So this one went from E to F to G to H, but now it's now going from A to G to F to E. So you can see that the current went this way. It now looks as if the current is coming back this way. So it has alternated. So the current is traveling in both directions. Travels this way, then travels this way. So it keeps flipping like that. If you do that again, it will travel this way again. Then if you flip it again, it will travel this way again. So it keeps changing direction. But when you do DC, you will now see the difference. For DC, it will only be going in one direction for DC. You know, I was encouraging those of you that are starting for the first time. I told you that you might be having issues understanding a lot of things. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. There are a lot of things now you have to keep in your brain, and you don't really have that luxury of time. So, but you are trying your best. So it's not working yet. But you have to still try. To those of you that are not trying, you are postponing it. Because next time you do it again and you didn't really try here, next time you do it, it will still be the same result. But if you try now, by the time someone is even teaching it again, by that time it will now be making more sense. It's as simple as, but if you are looking at it, you just give up. So you try your best. You didn't really get it, try. You didn't still understand it, try. On another day, when someone will explain it again to you, then it will make sense more. You will now be seeing all those hidden things that you felt like you did not know before. So that's that about AC. For the sake of Mr. Felix, we'll do DC and transformer later. So it is well.